Hey guys! Happy Vlogmas Day 4! So I'm gonna be talking about Survivor. I haven't talked about Survivor in a hot second on here, so I apologize about that. It's just kind of a lot of work. But I'm back. I need to cough.
Welcome back to the Sierra segment. That Freddy's eating my fries and my parents are judging me for making this, but it's worth it. So Jade,
It's beginning to look a lot like Vlogmas. It's Vlogmas. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about just my opinions on like what's happened in the season thus far at first, because I haven't talked to you guys since episode 4 and a lot has happened since then. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then I will move on to talking about the most recent episode, which I will be doing with special guest, my mom. I feel they kind of seem like her name's my mom. Special guest, my mom. Oh well. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna briefly go over what I've missed. So episode 5, what I missed. Jeannie went out that episode. Not much to say about her. Oh, that was the week that Liana and Shan met at the mountain. So that's, that was pretty cool. And that really set up a lot for the season. But I don't really have that much to say about that. And then episode 6, that was like the weird fake merge thing. And I'm not sure about what you guys thought about that, but I remember I thought that they were doing like, maybe that they'd put like, that they'd keep them on like separate beaches, but it'd be like merged, or they were just gonna do like a fake one world thing, and then they're just gonna be like, yeah, we never did this before, and then people were gonna be like, yes, you did, but whatever. But it was a thing where, it was the Erica Hourglass week. So in episode 6, I guess I don't really need to recap it, but that no tribal council, and obviously Erica should have smashed the hourglass. I remember at the time I was thinking like maybe she shouldn't, but I'm kind of stupid, like, because I feel like I might not have, because I'd be like, oh, people are gonna be mad at me, but it was definitely the smart decision. Obviously she was gonna do that. So then episode 7, that's when Sydney went out. So I don't know, I think it was kind of weird that she wasn't on the jury. Like, I get that she didn't make the merge, but they've had like pre-jury merge, like pre-merge jury people before, and like honestly I just kind of think she should have been on the jury. Like, I know she like didn't want to because she was kind of bitter, but like Sydney, mayor of Ponderosa, would have been amazing. Like, that would have been so great, but whatever. Tiffany is a great mayor of Ponderosa though, so I'm not mad about it. So the next week, Tiffany went out and she was the first jury member. It's kind of strange that it's like day 16, but then like it seems like so much had happened. Evie won immunity, Tiffany went out. Then Erica won immunity the next week. Oh, it was like the double immunity thing. So Erica and Xander both won immunity, and I believe that was the Papaya Gate episode. And my opinion on that was, I don't think Ricard did anything wrong. I think that like I get how on the island you could be mad and like, but I really don't think he did anything wrong. But yeah, so then Nasir and Evie both went out to that episode, and they were the second and third jurors. So yeah, and then last week was a very exciting episode. Last week I feel like it was definitely like the most exciting episode we've had so far, like quite possibly the best episode of the season. Like, I think people have been saying that, and I might have to agree. This is definitely like the big move of the season, or at least so far this is the biggest move. So this is when they take Shan out, like, so basically so my thoughts on that was, it was a great move, a great move by Ricard. It was pretty amazing. I loved it. So let's see. Danny wins immunity, and wait, no. And this was 2 episodes ago, not last episode. I forgot. So Ricard wins immunity, and the alliance of the black players this season, they were like, oh, okay, this is a good chance to take Ricard out. But then, and they have this whole plan to take him out, and then, but then Liana's like, okay, well, Danny and Deshaun have this plan. I should restate myself. So Danny and Deshaun have this plan. And then, but then Liana, she has this great connection with Shan, and she's like, okay, I know this is not a good game move, but I don't really care. I have this personal connection with Shan, and that's more important to me right now. So she acknowledges that, and she tells Shan about the plan to take out Ricard. And honestly, at this point, I don't think anyone's made that big of a mistake. But here's where the mistake comes in. Shan has this confliction on whether to tell Ricard or not, and she chooses to let Ricard know that they are planning to take him out. And this is where the mistake comes through. And then Ricard wins immunity. So now Ricard sets up this plan to take out Shan. This is so great. I love this. So Ricard with the other players who weren't included in the other alliance were he gets them all planned out to take out Shan, and they're like, okay, we just need like one more vote. So they're gonna try to get like Deshaun, and Deshaun tells Danny, and Danny and Deshaun are on board. And then Erica's like, wait, but if this doesn't go through, this would like set me up to be going out. And honestly, at this point, like, I thought this was too big of a risk to try to split the votes, because I was like, okay, the other plan's more surefire, like, I wouldn't do this. But her risk pays off, because it goes to a split vote, and then it goes to a tie, and then Shan gets taken out. So Ricard makes a big move. Erica has something to add to her resume. It's all pretty great. I don't think this was the best move for Danny or Deshaun. Maybe Danny, but it was not a very good move for Deshaun, really. But, you know, I'm actually very happy with Erica, because Erica's my winner pick, and I think she's doing really well. Some people think she was like too under-edited to be a winner, and maybe now that we're on episode 12, I think she still hasn't gotten much of a storyline. But I don't know, I think she's still got a shot to win, and I think that's pretty exciting. I'm still really high on Erica, and that was a great move. Shan has this really great exit. She's like, Deshaun, you're a snake. Liana, I love you. Ricard, you have my vote. And actually, when I saw this, I thought she was like setting up Ricard for like sabotage, because Victoria in season 38 had said that to get about Gavin, and she said it to like try to sabotage him. So I thought Shan was doing that, but turns out she was just she just really wanted to say that. So yeah, okay, so my mom was unable to join me, but here's my thoughts on it. Is a little bit later, if you notice the surroundings changed and I changed. But so let's talk about episode, I believe it's 11. It's like Baby with a Machine Gun. Or maybe that was last week. I don't really remember. So we're going to talk about this week's episode. So I'll just skip right to the immunity challenge. So we have a new twist on the immunity challenge where you do get the choice to participate or not. And if you do, the first person to go out, like, has to play a game of chance trying to figure out if, like, like, either you leave the game right there or you get safety. So, the people who choose to sit out and not play the immunity challenge are Liana and Heather. And I believe they were planning on trying to take out Danny or Deshaun, this immunity. I think they wanted to take out Deshaun, but like Danny was second choice probably. And then everyone else plays, and Danny drops immediately. So I think he really shouldn't have played, and he kind of screwed himself there, because he hasn't performed well in the challenges previously. But, so he drops almost immediately. And then we have Erica drop, and then, who's left? Ricard and Danny. I apologize if there was one more person left that I forgot about. And then eventually it becomes down to Danny and Ricard if I forgot that. And Ricard drops, so Danny wins the immunity challenge. So Danny has immunity, so you can't take him out, and they'd probably like to take Deshaun out, but that's not an option. So it's like either, because either Deshaun's gonna go home, or they're gonna have to vote, or he's gonna have safety. So, he goes, so then they're discussing that they're like, okay, maybe we should try to take out Liana. So that is their plan. I'm trying to remember what else happens. My mind's not super fresh on the episode right now because I didn't really have time to rewatch it. But I feel like not much happens, but we do know Liana's kind of the plan, and because it's like not because yeah. I feel like I'm missing someone who's left. Give me a hot second. I'm gonna look up who's left. Erica, Heather, Liana. Danny, Deshaun, Erica, Heather, Liana. Ricard. Danny, Deshaun, Erica, Heather, Liana. Ricard. That's 6 people, but this was the final 7 episode. Because this week's the final 6 episode, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot about Xander! I forgot about Xander! He was there too. He was that final person who I thought was left at the end of the immunity with Danny and Ricard. I'm dying. How did I forget he existed? That's kind of really funny. I'm dead. Okay. Well, yeah. So yeah, Liana's kind of the plan, but then Erica's like, oh, maybe we should try to blindside Ricard, but they're like, no, we're gonna vote out Liana. And then so Deshaun has a 1 in 3 shot at safety. That's crazy. At first, I thought he had like a 50-50 shot, but no, he has a 1 in 3 shot. So he's like most likely going home. I don't know. I don't like this twist. Like, I would hate that. Like, you drop first in the immunity. Like, I get that you did have the chance to sit out, but like, you don't know what the other people are doing, so you can't gauge if, like, oh, this is crazy. Okay, so Deshaun, so he chooses a box, and then Jeff, opens, one of the ones that he didn't choose. He eliminates a box. It's like, oh, you're still safe. And then he's like, let's see, but you have the chance to switch or not. And then Xander called it the something problem. I think this might be game theory again, but I'm not exactly sure. And apparently it like wasn't that, because it's like because you're supposed to stay with your box, but Deshaun chose, you're supposed to switch, but Deshaun chose to stay, but that ended up being the right choice. He chose the right box originally, and he got safety. So he was immune for the vote. Erica didn't flip. Xander used his extra vote. So it really didn't. Xander used his extra vote, which kind of confused me because I didn't realize that happened at first. But he didn't really need to use it, but I guess it was a good safety net. And Liana was sent packing back-to-back after Shan. And that is briefly what happened in the episode. Okay, so I'm definitely liking the season so far. My favorite episode would have to be episode 10. I believe we only have 2 episodes left. I think we have a final 6 episode, which is kind of exciting because we haven't had a final 6 episode in a while. Usually, final 6 was, at the finale episode. So we have the final 6 episode, and then final 5 is the finale. I have no idea where this is headed. I would say, I think Erica has a good shot to win, honestly, but, or Xander, Ricard, I feel like kind of it's anyone's game, but, kind of not. Obviously not. Everyone but Heather kind of has a good shot for the end. I'd like to say Ricard, but at first I was just thinking that the jury didn't really like him enough. But I guess, it seemed like Shan was the only person that liked him. But I don't know, it's kind of a game-heavy jury, so I could see them being like, we have to not think about who we like, and just who played the best game. And I could see Ricard taking it all, so maybe I'm leaning towards Ricard's gonna win. Yeah, I think Ricard's got a good shot to win, just because of how he's been edited and stuff. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the season so far. I've been enjoying it, and I hope you enjoyed this recap. If you did, feel free to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you didn't know, I'm doing Vlogmas, so this month you can get a video from me every single day this month. So you don't really need post notifications now because you can just check every day. But for the future, you should turn them on so you can get notified every time I post a new video. I don't always do Survivor content, but I'm trying to once a week, but I'm trying to on Saturdays, but that doesn't always happen. But I know it happened during Vlogmas since I'm doing a video every day anyways. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye! Happy Vlogmas Day 4! Oh, that was 8. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4. 4.